Right, so you've heard it time and time again. To lose weight, you need to be in a calorie deficit. As someone who's lost over 60 pounds, I know it is not that easy to create a calorie deficit. In this video, I'm going to share the 3 simple ways you can create a calorie deficit without being miserable. So, let's go. Alright, before we start, what is a calorie deficit? A calorie deficit just simply means being in an energy deficiency. So you are using a lot more energy than you are consuming. That is pretty much what a calorie deficit is. And this is the main driving force of weight loss. Without a calorie deficit, you cannot lose weight. You cannot lose weight if you're eating a lot more energy than you currently need. So that's the first step you need to think of. You need to be in a calorie deficit to lose weight. This is non-negotiable. All right, so the first thing that you can do to create a calorie deficit, and this is the most obvious and what most people do, you are going to eat less food than you are currently eating right now. So if you are not losing weight, it means that you are eating way too much food. That's what it means. If you are not losing weight right now, it means that you are eating a lot more food than you need. You have a lot more energy than you are currently using. So to create a calorie deficit, the first step that most people go to is obviously reduce the amount of food you eat. That is the surefire way and the easiest way to make sure that you are in a calorie deficit. But it is not the only thing you can do to create a calorie deficit. One of the few ways you can eat less food is simply just eat the same things you're eating right now, but eat less of them. Being in a calorie deficit does not mean you have to change up your whole lifestyle. You can still eat the foods that you're eating right now. If you're eating less of them, you will probably lose weight because you'll be in an energy deficiency. That's what it comes down to. Calories in, calories out. As long as you're in a deficit, you can eat whatever you want. So that is a very freeing feeling. So do not demonize foods thinking that, oh no, this food is bad. I can't have a burger. I can't have a pizza. I can't have carbs. I can't have fats. You can eat any foods you like. You can eat any foods you like. You don't have to worry about it. All you have to worry about is portions. How much are you eating? How much energy are you getting? And how much energy are you spending? Treat your calories like money. How much money do you have to spend? If you go over your spending, you are in debt, and that debt is fat. And if you go below your budget, you have savings. That savings is fat loss. So that's pretty much how it works. So you can eat whatever you like and still lose weight. If you are brand new to weightlifting, you are brand new to fat loss, that's the first step you can take. Just simply eat the same things you're eating now, but eat less of them. And then you won't have to worry so much about cravings because you'll be eating the same foods, just less. Another way you can create a calorie deficit from eating less is simply swapping high calorie foods. So instead of having your regular soda all the time, just go down to 0 calorie drinks. Honestly, that's all I drink now, and I don't see myself ever going back. Because what is the point of drinking a Coca-Cola that is like 200 calories when I can just have the Coke Zero? It's 0 calories, it's pretty much the same, tastes the same, it provides the same feeling. Why even have the regular Coke? I don't get it. So honestly, that's the first thing you should do. Swap over to 0 calorie drinks. If you can get a 0 calorie drink, get a 0 calorie drink. That's pretty much like, you don't have to always have 0 calorie drinks, but you always want to swap over to 0 calorie drinks 90% of the time. This will just make weight loss a whole lot easier because it's 0 calories, it tastes good, and it fills you up, and it also manages your hunger when you're on your fat loss goals. Another hack that can make you eat less food is simply just eating a lot more protein. Adding more protein to your diet, because protein is a very filling micronutrient. When you eat a lot more protein, you're going to be fuller for a long time, and that makes you eat less. So just include a lot more protein to your diet. It's easier to be full when you eat a lot of protein. Add your chicken, add your steak, add your beef, add your tuna. Add any high protein foods that you can find because it will help keep you full and it will make weight loss a lot easier. It's a lot easier to be on your diet when you're full most of the time. But don't get it twisted because eventually you will get hungry. If you're in a calorie deficit, you will get hungry. But it's easier to manage that hunger if you're eating a lot of protein and you're full most of the time. So you don't have to always be thinking about food. The second thing you can do to be in a calorie deficit is simply just use more energy. So you can eat the same amount of foods you're eating right now, but if you use a lot more energy, then you will be in a calorie deficit. Therefore, you will lose fat. So if you're eating 3,000 calories a day, but you are burning 5,000 calories a day, you are in a calorie deficit. It doesn't matter if you're eating burgers, chips, all these bad foods, but if you're in a calorie deficit, you will lose weight. This is why exercise is so important, because exercise makes it easy for you to be in a calorie deficit. It's easier to be in a deficit if you are exercising, and if you're exercising, it means you can eat more calories, because you definitely need more energy if you are going to be exercising. So if you're exercising, you are more likely to be in a calorie deficit. Now, obviously, you don't need to be doing high intensity exercises. You don't need to be weightlifting. Just going in the gym and walking on the treadmill for 30 minutes a day can be enough to put you in a calorie deficit. So obviously, using more energy than you burn will put you in a calorie deficit. But how can you do this? The first thing you can do is weightlifting. To build muscle, you need a lot of energy, and some of that energy will definitely come from your fat. So when you are overweight and you're lifting weights and you're building muscle, to build that muscle, your body will take some of that fat storage as fuel to build muscle. Muscle uses a lot of energy in your body, and that energy means what? Calories. And more calories means what? More foods you can eat. More food you can eat means you need a lot more energy just to maintain where you are right now. So it's much easier for you to be in a deficit if you have a lot of muscle on you, because muscle requires a lot of energy to just keep on your body. Just to have some muscle on your body, that muscle is constantly using energy. And using energy means it's much easier for you to be in a calorie deficit. So that's the first thing you want to do. Lift some weights, build some muscle, because the process of building muscle uses a lot of energy from your body. So you are more likely to be in a calorie deficit. The second thing you can do is simply just walk a little bit more. Just include more steps into your day. You don't even need formal cardio. You don't need HIIT. You don't need to be running. All you have to do is just increase your step count. Just walking a little bit more every single day. If you're new to walking, just walk 5,000 steps a day. Start small and build your way up to 10,000, 15,000, and even 20,000 steps if you can. Getting steps in can be as simple as just when you're going to the supermarket, parking a little bit further away from the door so you get more steps in where you're walking inside. If the supermarket is close to your house, just simply not taking a car and just walking over there is easy steps, right? Standing up for a few minutes a day and just taking a lap around your office, or just taking a little bit of walk, fidgeting, any little movement that you're doing is definitely enough to count as a step and put you in a calorie deficit. The more you move, the more energy you use. So any movement is all right. Like, you don't have to always take the elevator. You can just take the stairs. This is something that I did when I first started working out. I was like, you know what? There's stairs over there and elevator over there. What will put me in a calorie deficit? Walking a little bit more. So I used to take the stairs all the time, and that definitely made it easy for me to lose weight, because I did not have to think about doing cardio after my weightlifting sessions. I would just say, oh, I'm walking like 15,000 steps a day. I don't have to do cardio after my workout. It was just so easy. It's easy to be in a deficit when you incorporate fitness into your whole life. So this is the idea here, to incorporate fitness into your whole life, so it's much easier for you to lose weight. Add more steps to your day and you should be fine. If you are weightlifting and you're adding more steps in and you are eating less food, then you are 100% going to be in a calorie deficit and you will lose weight. It's not a matter of if, you will lose weight. There are no hormones, there are no sicknesses that will just stop you from losing weight, because it's literally impossible. It's impossible to eat 1,000 calories every day but not lose weight. For any human being, man or woman, it's literally impossible. The third thing you can do to make sure that you are in a calorie deficit is use a combination of the two. You want to eat less food but also exercise. The main reason why you want to do this is because when you exercise, you're building muscle. Muscle requires more energy, which means you'll be in a calorie deficit. And when you do exercise, you actually don't have to be in that steep of a deficit to lose weight. Let's say your maintenance is around 2,000 calories and you are not working out whatsoever. You don't exercise, you don't go to the gym, you don't walk a lot. You are just a normal person who just goes about their day. Your maintenance calories is about 2,000. If you start exercising, your maintenance calories to put you at the same body weight will definitely increase because now you are spending more energy. So you'll need a lot more food just to stay at the same body weight. So if you just go about your day, you don't change anything, you eat the same food, but all you do is just exercise, you just walk a little bit more and you lift some weights, you will lose weight just from doing that. You might not even have to change your diet. The main reason why you want to change your diet is just so you can be healthier and build more muscle. It's a lot more optimal to eat a lot more protein and just eat healthier just for yourself, just so you feel good. That's why it's a lot more optimal to do both at the same time. So use a combination of the two. Eat high protein, good foods, exercise, and you won't have to be in a steep deficit to lose weight. Because if you are just focusing more on the food side, you'll have to eat such a low amount of food just to create a deficit. You'll have to go from 2,000 to 1,500 calories a day just to lose weight and just keep your day as is. That is 1,500 calories. That is terrible. It's so hard to hit those numbers just from food alone. Just from food. Just having to subtract food from your day. It's very, very, very difficult. But when you are exercising, it's just that much easier because you have a lot more calories to spend and a lot more energy just to maintain where you are. So that's the nice thing about working out that I always say. The more you work out, the more food you can eat. So if you're currently working out 1 day a week, and you switch up to like 5 days a week, you might have to add like an extra 500 calories to your maintenance just so you keep the same body weight. So imagine if you just add 4 days of working out every single day to your schedule. What will happen to you? You will lose weight so damn quickly, you will not even believe it. You won't even have to touch your food. If you're a person who likes food and you think to yourself, to create a deficit, I need to stop eating, trust me, you do not have to stop eating to create a calorie deficit. You can just do a lot more activity than you're doing right now and you will lose weight no matter what. And that's it. That's the easiest way to create a calorie deficit. You don't have to go to extreme measures to create a deficit. All you have to do is work out and eat less, and that is it. And even that eating less, if you eat the same but you just work out, you will still lose weight because your body is not used to working out. And when you work out, you are using energy, and if you're using energy but your food stays the same, then you are in a deficit and you will lose weight. And that is it. That's it. It is that simple. It will not take you a long time to lose weight. Trust me, it is easy. Losing weight is the easiest thing you can do. All you have to do is to be disciplined and keep at it. Be patient and that weight will come off. If this video was helpful to you, please like, comment, and subscribe for more fat loss tips. And I'll see you guys in the next video.